Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dave from GVA, and I'm going to show you something that I use for diagnosing charging issues and battery issues with my van, like just protecting myself. I carry it with me in the glove box. Every so often I plug it in, just check things, and I'll tell you a little story on how it saved me. See this? It's a little voltmeter. Plugs into your lighter, tells your voltage. And recently, I was driving. I noticed a lack of power. It wasn't shifting the same. My stereo started sounding kind of distorted, the sound. So I thought, uh-oh, plug this in, and I noticed my voltage was falling. There was no charge going on. So I realized my alternator had taken a dump. And unfortunately, it was night. I couldn't video put it in like it's a two-hand job. Anyway, needless to say, I got an alternator, but if I didn't know that, I would have had to pay for a diagnostic, somebody to check it out and everything else. And it gave me a chance to get to a parts store and everything else. You know what I mean? Like, it saved me some money. So I'm going to show you now how this thing works. Okay. Okay. Don't mind the wires. They're all in the garbage. See, I pulled the lighter piece out, so I had a little more wire, and I have an extension on it. And I'll just plug this in. And it's just like a regular 12-volt receiver. So I'll just plug this in now. Hard to do with one hand. Whoops. And I'm just stick it in there. Just so if I can see. There we go. There. Perfect. Okay. So there's my voltage right now, the car running. And I'm going to turn on the heat. See how it dropped? And then it came back up. Okay, I'm going to turn on the rear defrost. See how it dropped? Now it's coming back up. I'll do the headlights also. Turn the headlights on and off. You see how it responds? And that tells me that my alternator is working. It's responding to the needs of the car. So I'm going to turn it off right now. And that's sitting at 13.1. My battery has, now it'll take a little while, like it dropped to about 12.5 after a little bit. But you see, that's showing there. That's showing my battery is holding like a charge. So I can plug this in 5 hours from now and it'll read likely about 12.5 volts. And that way I can see that my battery is holding a charge. Now when I start it up again, you see that draw? See how it went down? Now watch. See how it's gradually coming up? Now I just rev it once to bring up the RPMs. There, see how it's showing that it's charging? It's over what the battery was, and that's what you want to see. Now after a while, like starting takes a lot of amperage, a lot of draw of battery, so it'll take a while to bring it back up to about 14 volts it charges at. But this is what I want to see. I want to see the alternator responding, moving up and down with all the loads that you put on it. Again, heater. See how it's bringing it back up? Now I have to stick my lighter socket back in. Anyway, I just pulled it out just to show you. But you know what? This is really handy. And like I say, when you're on the road and you want to see what your battery condition is, you can use that. You can see if your alternator is responding. You can see if your battery's holding a charge. Like if you leave your battery for 5 hours and you walk back and there's 9 volts, what's causing it? And that's the time that you have to be concerned. So it is a useful little tool. It's a cheap little tool. It's small. You can throw it in your glove box. You can throw it in your center console, wherever. And you don't need to leave it plugged in all the time. I don't. I just plug it in once in a while, like every couple of weeks. I'll just plug it in, take a look, make sure everything's good. Perfect. When I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I can plug it in. Like I have back lighter ports, like 12-volt ports in the back. I can plug this in when I have the stereo on, that sort of stuff, and I can watch. And when my voltage starts to get low, I can see, I better start this thing up. So I start it up, let it run for a while, charge the battery up again, boom, perfect. I find it real handy, and it's something that if you do a lot of traveling, you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you want to have just a few little tools to diagnose some stuff, this is a handy little thing. It's cheap, like I say. It's not the top of the line snap-on rig that you're going to hook up to the battery and everything else. But you know what? For 10, 20 bucks, perfect. Okay, guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it informative. I hope that if you do decide to pick one up, I hope it saves you a couple bucks down the road. Anyway, guys, you take care. Please be safe on the road.